Today we will be discussing two artifacts. The first will be Nicola Verlato, the finding of Pier Paolo Pasolini's body. And the second artifact we are talking about will be Claude Delof's photograph titled Wait for Me, Daddy. While diving into Nicola Verlato, the finding of Pier Paolo Pasolini's body, our group found relationship as well as intriguing visual elements from chaos. Here are some of the elements that we noticed. As your eyes move around the painting, you find a sense of movement throughout the individuals, but your eyes land on a man in red who seemed to be still. The colors give off a dark atmosphere, which leads the viewer to feel a sense of disheveled unity. This painting shows three individuals in the front that are working on documenting the event for the public to see and remember. There are two individuals in the back of the painting who seem as though they are speaking about the event that is taking place. The man found lying on a stretcher at the bottom seems to have been important to those around, enticing camera crews, prayers, and grief. As you continue to analyze the painting, it leads you to question motives, people, places, and the event taking place. This painting shows 12 individuals, all dealing with the same event differently, but evokes a sense of unity that most of them are all grieving the same person. Finally, the painting evokes compassion and empathy for the grief that certain individuals are facing for the man who has lost his life. When analyzing Claude Delof's photograph titled Wait for Me, Daddy, the viewer finds a sense of empathy, documentation, order, and chaos, and is exposed to evil in the world. When first looking at the painting, the viewer sees the child running to his dad, who's going off to World War II. All the soldiers form a line that starts at the front right of the photograph, while wives and family run beside them on the left. The photograph shows the hard times the world faced by depicting soldiers leaving their families to march into war. Even though it is shown they are going off to war, there's a sense of unity in the line of soldiers walking together and the family saying goodbye. Many of the soldiers in the middle of the painting watch the little boy run to his dad, which give the viewer a sense of empathy toward the other soldiers and the other families left behind. The emptiness of the background shows the momentary pause the world faced during this challenging and unknown time. When analyzing the painting, the viewer gets a sense of relationship between all the soldiers as they will experience the hardships together that lay before them. Now let's talk about how both artifacts express to Christians how empathy plays a big role in Christianity and how life is not always happy and bright. Both artifacts depict a group of people all experiencing a life-changing event and how it unifies them all together. The unity shown in the artifacts are very different, but both still show unity because in the first painting, there's a sense of chaotic unity, while the photograph expresses a sense of unified harmony. In the photograph by Claude Delof, the soldiers going off to war evoke a sense of empathy for them and their families, while in the first painting, the viewer gets a sense of empathy for the several people that are experiencing grief. Christians must have compassion and empathy for those around them and embody Jesus so that they may fulfill the Great Commission. In the two pieces of art, there's documentation of what is happening in the world so that future generations can remember. As viewers in the 21st century, we know the outcomes of the events depicted in these artifacts, while we, as Christians, need to remember the hard and dreadful times that have come before us. Sorry for any of my mispronunciations.